thoughts about that whole thing around the guilt? Does that make sense?
It does. It does. Susan, I have to, as you were sharing that, one of the experiences that I've had as facilitating meetings, particularly with younger professionals and even some seasoned professionals, is I would call on people. Susan, what are your thoughts on X, Y, and Z? Pete, I get the sense that you have some reservations about what's being discussed. Can you elaborate? When you do that, I've consistently found that people are definitely encouraged to and empowered to share and contribute to the conversation. But more importantly, they recognize that they do have a voice, and others recognize they have a voice, and simply becomes part of the culture. And for me, an outcome of that is innovation, moving the needle on whatever the project is. And I have always found that people come back to me and say, Carrie, thank you so much for the opportunity over the years, or when I worked with or for you, in calling on me and giving me an opportunity to speak out. It was a way for me to grow and mature, or it got me thinking differently. So to your point, yes, the FOMO and the feeling of guilt, but when the facilitator of the meeting truly takes active ownership and recognizes that the meeting is not about them, that it's about the others and their ideas, is when the magic happens, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to like write this down and put it up on the screen. Take
Yeah.
active ownership. I mean, can we hashtag this? I'm in love with that. Take active ownership. What was the other part of that? What was the other part of that, Carrie? Take active ownership, because the second part was even more impactful.
And allow the other voices to be heard.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I still remember when I first graduated college, I was in a meeting and I wanted to say something, and one leader said, "Hey, Pete looks like he's been wanting to say something for a while. Why don't you say something?" And it always just stuck with me as such a nice thing, and I'll never forget that experience. And so, that not just it pays a lot too. So I totally agree. Another point that I wanted to bring up is, and I've run into this a little bit too, where the leader will say, "Hey, I want feedback. Tell me what you think. Tell me your opinion." And then you bite, right? And you give the feedback. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, wait, they didn't really want feedback. That was not good. And then you very quickly learn that, okay, I'll just be quiet going forward because I got a frowny face or something behind the scenes happened. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So you have to really, it's really got to be honest, and you really have to be to your point, a comforting space to encourage.
Hey there, if you're ready to empower your team to make decisions on their own and free up your valuable time to elevate the business, then you need to get a copy of my proven Disrupt to Spark resource guide and learn techniques to ignite your team's performance. Simply go